Ah, Leo the lion. What's up? Leo rising sign ascendant. Oh, I'm doing this in the moons in Leo. So it's all about the Leo rising, sun and moon. 2024 insights and predictions. What's going on with you this year, Leo? Pluto in your seventh house? Adios mio. The north node in your ninth house. Yeah. Jupiter in your 10th house, and then your 11th house, May 25th. Well, we're going to talk about it. I think Leos, you got to really follow your heart this year, and there could be some deep transformations in your business partnerships, maybe some fame for your partner, or some great transformations with your relationships and marriages. This is going to be a good time. You know, going to be some traveling. May need to write a book, and you maybe need to show up a little bit more spiritual over the internet and heal some of those relationships with your cousins and younger siblings. Okay, you got it, Leo rising. You're going to shine bright. 2024 insights and predictions. Bigeastrology. Leo the lion. Rawr. Yo, Leo rising. Bigeastrology. Leo rising, sun, moon. 2024 insights and predictions. Happy New Year, Leo. Oh man, you know those Leo risings. They got the hair. I'm not a Leo rising, but I got the hair. They got the feline, cat-like features. I'm telling you, this is going to be a doozy of a year. Okay, so you know you're starting off the year with Mercury going direct in your fifth house, Venus and Mars there in Sagittarius. So it could be time to pick up that speculative gain, the performance entertaining, the really quite literally the starting your own business. You know, taking that creative hobby, setting up the eBay, the Etsy shop, you know, sharing your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies. You know, this is the time. You know, maybe you're sending out young folks to college applications. Maybe you're wanting to go back to school. Maybe you're doing research and studying on your own. Remember, the moon is in Virgo in the second house. We'll get to the chart soon. And Pluto's wrapping up in your sixth house of health. Leo's, eczema, teeth, bones, knees, you know, your fingernails. So I think you've been through enough having Pluto in your sixth house for the last, forever, 2008, right? And January 20th, you're going to have Pluto enter Aquarius all the way to September. And then back to Capricorn, but it'll be there from November 19th to 2044. So you're going to see things, you had a sneak preview a little bit earlier in the year, but you're going to see things kind of magnify and a lot of transformation in the lens of relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. So Leo rising, you're going to have a lot going on there. And I'm going to bounce around a little bit, but I'll tell you, you know, come around Valentine's Day, you're going to have the Venus-Mars conjuncting the Pluto in your seventh house. So that's going to be kind of wild for you guys. So this is a year where obviously that ninth house, the Aries North Node, Libra South Node in the third house, there can be an energy in your local communities, social media, Leos. You know, you like to do that, Libra, aesthetically looking smooth and creative and beautiful. But you may be at a place where you're like, if it's not spiritual, if it doesn't feel harmonious and peaceful for my soul, I don't care if it's siblings, cousins, my neighbors, my crew around the way, the friends on social media, then it's not for me, right? No energy vampires. Remember the South Node, K2, cuts, separates, and divides. So that's going to be really clear for you, especially March 25th and April 8th, the lunar eclipse. And then April 8th in the ninth house, the total American solar eclipse, where the North Node, you're going to feel a push to publish a book, especially if you're 44, 32, 56 years old. but that annual perfection, ninth house. But in general, for you Leo risings, man, this is the year. You're going to plan the trip. You're going to go back to school, higher education. You're going to start teaching and preaching, sharing your philosophies, your ideas about, whatever. And that Aries North Node is going to allow you to be brave and courageous to initiate things. Okay. Now you still got the Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, and Venus is going to hit that up, later on as you're getting into March and all these energies. But one thing that you have to remember, spiritual discipline is a must, right? The eighth house is the 3D to the 5D, the spiritual realm, the transformation there. And having Saturn and Neptune there to 2026, you're going to start to feel a pull, to the other dimensions. But you gotta put in the work, Leo. Okay. Sometimes you guys can be focused too much on the outer looks and the spotlight and the attention, but this is a year where you're gonna have to go within a little bit, and increase your spiritual growth and have the spiritual practice and rituals. All right. Now, you definitely got a lot going on in your 10th house. January 27th, Uranus is going to station direct, and December 30th, Jupiter goes direct. So you have the fuel going into the new year, right? Where Leo risings, your 10th house, go for it. Okay. Get the promotion, get the bag. And after January 27th, now remember, till May 25th, Jupiter's there. Then it goes into your 11th house. We'll talk about that. But when Uranus stations direct, there may be this push for something new and innovative. Maybe you're starting a new type of, refurbishing old, cassette tapes or CDs or I don't know, whatever it could be. So just be ready, because Uranus can bring some heavy transformations to your life in the 10th house. All right. I think, the Jupiter, and you may even want to raise, or you may change jobs this year. Jupiter, when it gets to the 11th house, this can expand your social network, your hopes, dreams, and wishes. And Gemini, to network and communicate. And you're like, yo, I'm about to get this bag. Well, Leo risings, you can. And after May 25th, you're going to feel this pull. You're going to really, want to connect over the internet, communicate, learn, teach. Maybe you're going to come to Coffee Talk, with the Gemini in the 11th house. But this is hand-to-hand exchange communications with your social network, which can also increase your hopes, dreams, and wishes. All right. So this, for you, Leo risings, 2024, there are a lot of opportunities for growth and expansion. And you may even, maybe even meet an alien this year, Leo risings, but you're definitely going to get more into astrology, aliens, esoteric knowledge, especially with Neptune and Saturn in your 8th house. You're going to want to dissolve the veils of secrecy and mysteries and tap into the occult knowledge. Maybe get more, spiritual with your eating. And this may be a time until 2026 where you're considering becoming a midwife, a doula, a death doula. All these things are really possible for you to tap into the metaphysics. So let's get to the chart. We'll break it down, but remember, hey, January 1st, Mercury does station direct, and with Jupiter going direct on December 30th, and then Uranus on the 27th, it's a great way for you to start the year to implement some things about your career, your creativity, your self-expression, and even like just blowing up, turning a hobby into a moneymaker for you. Okay? Sky's the limit. Leo rising, 2024 insights and predictions. Let's go to the birth chizzy. Pew. All right. So here we are, January 1st, the Leo rising. Well, like I said, look at that Virgo moon. What a way to start off the year. And for you, Leo rising, with Mercury going direct, but having the Virgo moon and Lilith in your 2nd house and Juno, quite literally, love could be on your mind. But you're going to have to check into your 5 senses, and you're going to feel extra sensory, like that 6th sense going on. but you gotta ground, get into nature. Even if it's brick cold, you can still hug a tree with your winter coat on and your gloves. You may not be able to get in the grass and the soil like we could do out here on the West Coast, but you could go outside, walk in nature, commune with the trees, like quite literally. Still raise your vibration and frequency, and talk. Ask a tree to give you wisdom. Hug a tree. I know it sounds crazy and corny, but it works. But the Lilith is telling you, right? Check in with your root chakra about the food, about your speech, and even your values and self-worth, right? When you go within and you do the grounding and earthing, or just even in deep meditations, you can be elevating and increasing your vibration and frequency, and that can help quite literally change your spiritual man and your physical man. Okay, so this is a good time. Obviously, the Libra South Node. I talked about the eclipse, and I'll be talking about it on Coffee Talk. You should come with Jupiter, with the Gemini 11th house, right? January 20th, 11 a.m. Eastern, talking about the lunar and solar eclipse, March 25th and April 8th. But then we have a second cycle of eclipses. Mercury will retrograde 3 times this year, right? We'll have the April in Aries, and then I think in September Libra, and then Virgo Leo, and then the end of the year, okay, 2024. So 3 Mercury retrogrades, and we're just obviously Mercury stationing direct January 1st in your 5th house. But this is fascinating. There's a partial eclipse on September 17th because it's out of sign. It's in Virgo Pisces, your 2nd and 8th house axis. Okay, so that's September 17th. And then on October 2nd, it is the Libra solar eclipse. So then that's back in the Aries Libra energy, right? So that is going to be in your 3rd house with the Libra South Node. So, that could be a time where you're really feeling like there's something that is coming to an end. I know I would say it's more of the end on the March 25th, but on the October 2nd, it's really maybe a new beginning, but it could be something that you're recycling and revisiting, doing again. Creating again. Remember, 3rd house, local community, vehicles, transportation, social media, your friends, neighbors, siblings, cousins, quite specifically, your younger sibling. So that can light up for you, Leo rising, in terms of this 3rd house for October 2nd. Okay. And it's going to be, really a fascinating time. What's going on in your 12th house? Not much. I mean, definitely with the Cancer, so it's still about you not wanting people to know about how sensitive and emotional you can be. But remember, our 12th house is bringing out our hidden gifts and talents. And so obviously, when we get to the Cancer new moon in the summer, it's going to be coming off of this Cancer full moon that we just ended off the year, okay, on December 26th. And so you can see that playing out, quite literally for you the first week of July for the Cancer new moon. There's definitely a lot of energy, we spoke about with your 10th house. And this Uranus, it can bring a lot of innovation for you, for your career, bring new changes and maybe new ways of earning or making money, right? When you have Uranus in the 10th house, let's say if it's in your natal birth chart, I mean, you can switch jobs and careers and your public image on the regular. Like, I don't know, I was thinking about Martin, Brother Man, but it's more like, I don't know, somebody else who's just always got a new job. Okay. Oh man, I missed that show. Martin was the best show. But this Jupiter and Uranus going direct, that's going to be really positive. And you will feel the shift May 25th as the Jupiter enters the 11th house. And not only could it help you increase even your own identity and communications over the internet, but it could get you into nonprofit work, philanthropic work, environmental stuff, having a deeper connection with their older siblings or groups over the internet, meetup groups, learning annex, taking classes, signing up and, taking astrological life coaching with bigeastrology. This is definitely that type of energy, especially around May 25th, Hey, I'd say do it now, but that right there could be the spark to inspire you. Now, obviously, in this eighth house, you're going to be dealing with the different transits. Like I talked about the Venus hitting the Saturn and then eventually the Mars. You're getting into March, April, and May and these times. But the biggest thing is on the plate for you guys is the Pluto. And between September and November 19th, it being back in your sixth house, when it's at that anaretic degree, which it is now, 29 degrees, the stuff could hit the fan. So you could have a lot of transformations where things can be revealed about your boss or coworkers where you're like, oh my gosh, like what? I don't want to be here. I don't want to work with these people. Or it could just magnify things about divorce or debt in your life, even sicknesses and health. So be very careful from September to November 19th, Leo risings. The eczema, the skin, the nails, your knees. Okay? September to November of 2024. Don't be trying to play hero and get out there on the football field because you could crazily hurt and mess up your kneecap, lose a tooth, okay? So those are the types of things can definitely pop back up. Obviously, you're starting the year with the Sun and Pluto there, in terms of January. And it's in the second decan, that Capricorn-Taurus decan. So there's definitely going to be an emphasis on making the dough. Starting off in January, you're getting back to work after the holidays and you're ready to just attack it, climb the ladder of success. Listen, Leos, good year, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A lot of change and transformations in your relationships, business partnerships, and potentially marriages. Remember, Pluto's not a malefic. It can be, yin-yang, duality, some positive, some good. But what it will do is dig up, right? It's your soul psychology. It will dig up all the secrets and pain and traumas from the past and things that no longer serve you. You will have to purge, surrender, and release some things around the lens of the relationships, business partnerships, and or marriage. Okay? It could also magnify some open enemies coming your way. So just be mindful of that. But overall, Leo rising, 2024 is going to be good. Definitely opportunities for growth. And you may want to go on that long vacation or even publish or write a book this year, Leo risings. It's in the cards for you, and I would definitely try to focus on health. And, listen, you're getting a reprieve with all, the past energy on the fixed planets, but now with Pluto coming back in, the minute you got a break from the nodes of your 4th and 10th, well, now you're getting Pluto coming in on another part of your angular houses, which are 1, 4, 7, and 10, and Pluto will be in your 7th house. You're built for it. And just understand, this is also speaking and magnifying that you can't just choose any partner. You need someone that is innovative, futuristic, and that's really about evolving their soul and freedom and liberation. That's going to be the greatest connection for you that can magnify in 2024. All right, Leo risings. So you know what it is. Happy New Year, 2024. For the Leo risings, enterprisings, the spotlight, the generosity. Stay on your high vibration, Leo. All right? Big E astrology. Leo, rising, sun and moon. Insights and predictions for 2024. Pew. Yeah, man. Leo the lion, always supplying. Mentally got the fixed fire on flying. Burning them flames, chasing them dames. What are the names? Corners I claim. Go against the grain, simple and plain. Never that. Hover over that. So Leo, Happy New Year. Try to vibrate from your heart chakra. Maybe do an early cleanse in January. You may find that, to be really beneficial for you. Maybe even distilled water, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, organic maple syrup. Get the cilantro, celery, apples, cayenne pepper, ginger. This is the time. Neptune and Saturn, 8th house. Virgo, Moon and Lilith in the 2nd house to start the year. And the world's a stage for you. So Mercury, Venus, and Mars to start off the year in Sagittarius? Go for it. Go dance, darling. Go do a show, a performance. Shine bright, glow with the flow. All right, Leo. Happy New Year. Leo rising. Insights and predictions 2024. Happy New Year, Leo. Peace.